Folks, it is time to celebrate. From the City of Champions, the Rizzo Show starts now. Whee!
Unscripted, uncensored, unpredictable. Fox 8 presents The Rizzo Show. And now your host, Tony Rizzo.
Yeah! Champions, baby! Champions! Let the confetti fly! Folks, can you believe it? Welcome to the Celebration Sunday edition of the Rizzo Show. What a week it has been. We are still celebrating. Joining me tonight, Spanish voice of the world champion Cleveland Cavaliers, Rafa Hernandez Brito. Rafa.
I like the way that sounds. NBA champions.
That's right. Actually, world champions, Rafa. You've been with the team all year. How exciting was it, really?
It is the most exciting thing I have ever been a part of, just to see these guys working so hard. Not only the players and the organization, but also the whole city of Cleveland, all of Cavs Nation was all into 16, and we got to that 16 number, the magic number, and the way we did it, and using the words of our general manager, David Griffin, history was waiting for us. There was no other way that we could have done it, but in a historic way.
Yeah.
And everybody was in it.
I was in Oakland, as Rafa was, and folks, I got to tell you this. I'm so happy for the city of Cleveland, really so happy for the Cavaliers organization. The Cavaliers were the ones that wanted to break this curse. Dan Gilbert's told me many times, you're not cursed, and I'm going to prove it to you. He finally did it. LeBron held true to his word as well. You know what? I'm just so happy for all of you, and I'm proud of our city. When you think about what we've gone through in the last week, celebrating for the first time in 52 years, no incidents in the city of Cleveland, that speaks to the love and to the togetherness. I can't believe the way the city of Cleveland has come together. I got to tell you, I still wake up thinking that it didn't happen. Maybe it'll sink in, Rafa, probably in a couple of weeks, but actually a week later, it still hasn't sunk in. All right, let's take a look at one of your favorite pictures of all time. This is you and the trophy in the locker room.
20 years I've known about this trophy, and in my 20 years in broadcasting, I've seen Peyton Manning win his first one. I've seen Drew Brees. I've seen Eli Manning keep the Patriots from being undefeated champions. Sure. I saw the White Sox. You know, I call a lot of championships, but I never was so invested into being able to touch it. I have seen the trophy many times, but always in the picture I was like this, you know, pointing at it. But
not ours.
That night, thanks to our guys and thanks to everybody in the Cleveland organization, I was able to grab the Larry O'Brien trophy, give it a big kiss and a hug, and nobody can take that away.
You look good. You look good with that trophy. That trophy
belongs
looks good
here.
on you.
It belongs here.
That's right. Now, Rafa, we have played many of your calls, Browns games and whatnot, but I've got to hear the call. Okay, first you do the block, and then you do the rest of the game where the Cavs finally won. Listen to this, folks.
Cuidado Curry, de regreso para Iguatala. ¡Taponazo de LeBron James! ¡No, señor, por aquí no! Kyrie Irving va a buscar el triple sobre Curry. ¡Sí! ¡Sí, señor, el tío Drew! Curry ahora sobre Shumpert, el triple en camino. ¡No! El rebote de Spades. Y con esto, señoras y señores, los Cavaliers de Cleveland son campeones de la NBA. ¡Sí, señor! LeBron James, el escogido, the chosen one, acaba de llevar a los Cavaliers a la tierra prometida. 27 puntos, 11 asistencias, 11 rebotes, lo que significa el título para los Cavaliers.
Oh, my, Ruff, it sounded like you got a little choked up.
I got a little choked up.
Did.
There's no way. You cannot be human and not feel the emotions, not only personally after everything that I've been able to witness from the Cavaliers putting the work in, but also to see that big weight coming off of LeBron's shoulders.
My shoulders, the entire city's shoulders.
And the way he did it, the prophecy of the chosen one being completed, and you know, you cannot put it into words what I felt. Still, I'll never stop feeling that.
I agree. Well, it's been quite a week, folks, and these are some of the images that we won't ever forget. Now, LeBron and Love, I thought it was interesting. Kevin Love was the first player to get to LeBron for this championship celebration.
And he was the first one he hugged also when they beat the Hawks. Look at him, and Ty Lue also got overcame with emotion.
And look at LeBron. Yeah. You could just tell all the emotion that was kept inside him, he released at that moment.
Yep, and that's a duo that worked so hard all season long. Phil Handy and Kyrie Irving. he worked with all the guards and everybody, basically. J.R. Smith, the guy that the Knicks threw in the trade last year.
With Shumpert.
You know?
Yep, you're right. Yeah, they threw him in. What's he got now? He's got hardware. And how about the parade on Wednesday? It is one for the record
Small
books.
party.
Were you on the parade route?
I was there. I was lucky enough that the organization included me in the party, and it was unbelievable to see that many people come together to celebrate an accomplishment that has been 52 years in the waiting.
And can you believe 1.3 million people? By the way, Rafa, did you have your shirt off too? Like the guys did?
I'm not that bad with the people of Cleveland. I kept my shirt off.
Well, the celebration didn't end for the NBA Finals MVP LeBron James. His hometown of Akron threw him a huge parade on Thursday night. How about this? 30,000 fans showed up in downtown Akron to get a glimpse of their hero and to celebrate with him. There were so many people, the city opened up Canal Park to accommodate the crowd. The King now has a street named in his honor, King James Way. And for LeBron, it is a night in his hometown he will never forget.
It was 50 plus years that the Cleveland drought was going on. The Cleveland drought for last championship was 50 some odd years ago. But guess what? It took a kid from Akron to end it. Thank you.
They were so proud. Akron's so proud of LeBron. And, think about it, folks. You couldn't write this in a Hollywood story. And I can't wait to see who's going to make a movie, whether it's Disney or an ESPN 30 for 30. Don't forget, too, remember we did the Believe Land 30 for 30? Well, there's a new one coming out this Thursday. And here's a hint. You're going to love the new ending of the new Believe Land, right?
And that's the one thing that bothered me when I watched it the first time. There's no way that this movie, or what it is all about, cannot have a happy ending.
That's
and
right.
I think the 2016 Cavaliers champion, they were able to change the ending of that. And the amazing thing, you talk about the kid from Akron, it is incredible how this title means something to a lot of people. I talked to people that went to the cemetery the next day to leave something in the grave of a relative
My
that had
sister
passed
did
away.
that. My sister did that. My dad's gravesite was all cavaliered up.
It's unbelievable.
For my sister. And this was a family thing, Ralph. That's a great point. How many families came together? And if you were lucky enough to share this with your kids or with your parents, it was really, truly an unbelievable experience for all of Cleveland. And I think it was a culmination of decades of pain and suffering. And I thought everybody, not just LeBron, let it out. Other Cavaliers also made appearances this week, including J.R. Smith, who made a stop in North Randall. Hundreds of people showed up at B&M Barbecue just to get a pic and an autograph with J.R. The event charged $20, and all the proceeds went to J.R. Smith's foundation. J.R. said he loves interacting with all the fans, and he told us why he was finally wearing a shirt.
Obama told me I had to wear a shirt, so I figured I'd wear one. I really didn't know what to think at first. The president told me to put my shirt on, so I guess I got to wear one from here on out. He's got a great sense of humor, so hopefully, like T. Lou said, I just want to go see him before he gets out of there.
Also making the rounds, Richard Jefferson and Little Kev. They made an appearance at the Tommy Bahama store in Beechwood. Hundreds waited in line to get an autograph with Jefferson. Rafa, can you believe the popularity of Kevin Love, Little Kev? Jefferson joked that Little Kev should get a ring because he was the MVP this season. The team actually used Little Kev, Kevin Love's character in the commercials, as their inspiration.
It was the third mascot for the Cavaliers, and I think it is one of the big pluses from the veterans in the club, like Richard Jefferson, who started with me with the New Jersey Nets and losing the first two finals of his career. And then during the parade, I told him, you should stay. You got to finish the circle. You started losing two. You got to finish winning two. Obviously, that's not what he said, that he's coming back. But Little Kev was something that relaxed the team during that playoff run.
Sure.
And everybody wonders what happened with the Cavaliers when they turned the switch on.
It didn't relax me, by the way, Ralph. I was never relaxed. Folks, I don't know about you, but when the clock struck zero, like my mom said, I was waiting for them to go, wait a minute, we're going to put time back on. It was almost too good to be true. All right, we've got some news on Kyrie Irving, and I don't know how I feel. It's being reported that Kai will play for Team USA in the upcoming Olympics in Rio de Janeiro. He'll be reunited with Coach Krzyzewski. That was his college coach. The team will report to Vegas, start a 4-day training camp July 18th. Then they were going to go for the gold starting August 6th until the 21st. Good idea or bad idea to have Kyrie playing in the Olympics?
I got to tell you something, Rizzo. It is hard for anybody to tell a player of that caliber not to go and represent his country, to win that gold medal. And I guess, for Kai, the fact that he's going to go back play with Coach K.
Yeah.
It's got to be
let
pros
him go.
and cons. Let him go.
Listen, the curse is broken. I know you're all concerned he's going to get hurt. You can't play scared. You can't fan scared. The kid wants to go represent the USA. How are you going to tell him no? Plus, it's his former coach. All right. Yeah. It'll all be interesting, to say the least. Coming up, folks, Timothy Mozgov was at the parade. You don't want to miss his interaction with the fans. That and much more. Stay with us. Welcome back. Rizzo Show. So many great pictures from the Cavs parade. How great is this one from Timothy Mozgov? You'd think he was having a little fun there, Rafa? Right?
He's one of the best guys in the team.
Yeah. Speaking of Timo, I actually caught up with him before he headed to the parade route. He stopped by the ESPN 850 WKNR tent and got on the radio with me. We had a great time, and when he left, he met up with some of his fans. Check this out.
Is Mozgov here at parade? People crazy, yelling and whatnot. Hey, you like Cavs? Yeah! You like Cavs one?
Yeah!
You like Mozgov do for Cavs?
What is it?
How long you waited to see a Cavs champion?
52 years.
52. Holy heck. You want to thank Mozgov personally? Congratulations. Thanks.
I want to give him a big kiss. I want to give them all a big kiss.
Well,
Yeah.
you have the ability to give Mozgov a big hug right now. I am Mozgov! What was your favorite play of Mozgov's in finals?
A lot of cheering. A lot of cheering from the
Thank you. Mozgov cheer very hard. You have advice for Mozgov in offseason? Get in shape. Get in shape. You have advice for Mozgov offseason?
Stay with the Cavs.
Stay with Cavs. I like Cavs. All right, I stay with Cavs. All right. It's good. Mozgov like. Mozgov like. Mozgov like. Yeah, Mozgov like.
Let me correct the viewer. The best play for Mozgov on the finals was that screen on Klay Thompson in Game 3. Come on.
Right.
That was huge.
Although the cheering was great. He did cheer really well. By the way, folks, I have to give props to Mike. If you remember, it was back in April, Mike Polk made this prediction about your Cavaliers.
I know everybody's kind of dismissing us already. I think that the Cavs are going to win a championship this year. Everybody says, oh, wait until the Spurs, they run into the Spurs, wait until they run into Golden State. We are being overlooked. I'm calling the Cavs winning a championship this year based on the play of LeBron James.
The most negative man in Cleveland just said we're going to win. We're going to win.
I have this feeling. I have a feeling we're going to win.
Well, who knew? Now we need to give Mike to get his Indians prediction. Boy, those Indians are red hot. Speaking of the tribe, I was in Detroit Friday and Saturday, and what a couple of games. The bats are coming alive, and folks, the Indians pitching is for real. Rafa, could we have another parade this fall? The tribe wrapped up their series with the Tigers, and their road continues. How about this? We talked about it. The Indians are in Detroit, okay? Then we're going to Atlanta. Then we're going to Toronto. Who else went to Detroit, Atlanta, and Toronto?
The Cleveland Cavaliers sweep, and win the series.
Right?
I think
that was the road the Cavs took through
took.
the Eastern Conference playoffs. So maybe it is a forecoming of something. I'll tell you this. The rest of baseball is starting to look up and think, wow, the Cleveland Indians are for real. How great would it be? Indians and Cubs in the World Series this year. Coming up, it's time to hit the road. Gillingham Ford, we're partying. Lago, as we celebrate our championship right here on The Rizzo Show. Don't go anywhere. welcome back to the Rizzo Show. We're showing you some picks taken all week long. Look at the epic parade route. Look at J.R. Smith and the people behind him. 1.3 million of the most delirious sports fans you have ever seen in your life. All right, Rafa, you know it's time to eat right now. We got to hit the road with Gillingham Ford. And this week, traveled to the East Bank of the Flats, one of my favorite spots, folks. Lago, pizza, salads, and so much more. Check it out. Folks, there's nothing like cruising downtown Cleveland in a beautiful brand new Mustang from Gillingham Ford. This is actually a demo vehicle, and you can get this 2016 California Edition Mustang for thousands off because it is a demo. Us? Oh, we're gonna eat good right now. We're on the East Bank, folks. We're gonna go see an old Italian friend. You're gonna love it. Welcome to Lago. Folks, we're not supposed to say, favorite, who's your favorite on the Rizzo Show, because all the restaurants are my favorite, as you well know. But this is one of my favorite places, and I've known this guy a long time. Fabio is the proprietor here at Lago. Remember when I told you were crazy for leaving Tremont for the East Bank of the Flats?
I do. I think we might have been drinking wine at the same time.
Well, let me apologize, because this is like the hottest area in Cleveland right now, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, we're very proud to be part of the project down here, and it's really a jewel of Northeast Ohio here. Entertainment, living, working, it's quite a project.
It really is. Your restaurant is beautiful, Fab. Tell everybody you're open 7 days a week.
7 days a week, brunch on Sunday. We're dynamic. We turn into a lounge after 10 o'clock, DJs, and great food, and just people hanging out, coming by the water, checking things out.
Patio, Friday and Saturday nights. You got to see it to believe it.
Every day of the week, it's really nice.
But folks, the best thing is the food. Now, explain to everybody, the meatballs are your specialty, but whose recipe is that?
I have to give credit to my mom. It's been a family recipe. I'm sure it's been handed down, but these are the meatballs I grew up on.
The sauce is phenomenal, but the meatball is moist. And that's a whole order, 3 of those. That'll fill you up.
It is. There's a trick to it. I won't reveal it today.
You're not going to give us the secret recipe?
Maybe
Fabio to the fabulous Lago meatballs today?
We're not today.
Folks, the mixture of the cheese and that is spectacular stuff. Now, you also do great dishes like this. What is this?
You're eating our trout right now. It's a golden beet puree with heirloom carrot, trumpet mushrooms, crispy apple, and a micro radish with a little apple cider reduction.
See, I'm not a big trout guy, but you put those Italian breadcrumbs on
Skin
there.
on.
And I am eating that thing all day long. Listen, wine selection is phenomenal.
Well, this is our line, actually.
You have your own wine.
Yeah, we have our own line.
This will be going home,
started.
by the way, with Uncle Rizzy Kids. This bottle right here.
That's a Montepulciano that we're very proud of.
From Italy?
Yep.
You guys put your own label on that?
We do. We source the grapes out from Italy, and we have a company that we deal with in Italy, and they label it up for us and then import it to us. So.
Listen, private rooms, private parties, no names, please. The Cavs coaching staff eats here after every game. Fabio, thank you. This is a fantastic place. Again, folks, we're here on the East Bank. We're right on the river, and it's a whole new area. You're going to absolutely love it. Get to Lago and make sure you come in and try this phenomenal food.
Thanks, Tony.
Thanks, partner.
I appreciate that.
Great to have you. Believe it or not, I cannot believe you've not
hungry.
been to Lago.
I'm going to be there tonight.
Yeah, those meatballs are to die for. They are open, too, on Sundays. And by the way, Coach Lou and his staff have eaten there, I guess, after most of the home games. So I guess Lago played their part in Cavaliers championship, right? All right, don't go anywhere. Our final thoughts when we return. Championship Week show right here on the Rizzo Show. How about it? There is a picture for the ages. That's Cleveland's championship, and that's Cleveland's guy, the king, with the Larry O'Brien trophy. Folks, what a week it has been. Don't forget, coming up next, your favorite guys, Big Chuck, Little John, and they're just minutes away. Now, Rafa, you mentioned something to me, and I want to get this out there. Our general manager is David Griffin, who's been on the Rizzo Show before. They voted him 7th best general manager by a voting of who?
Voted by the general managers of the NBA.
He got 7th. Who won?
After I think
the guy from the
Spurs general manager.
But the guy, folks, the guy from the Spurs. The Spurs didn't even go to the Western Conference Finals. Look, David Griffin made a coaching change. David Griffin made moves throughout the season. He should be the general manager of the year. But as we said, He doesn't care.
And by the way, he signed every single free agent after last season to come ready. So
but you know what? He doesn't care.
He got the trophy.
Wait a minute. The guy in San Antonio got the Executive of the Year. David Griffin got the Larry O'Brien trophy.
The best
so how about
GM in
that?
the league.
All right. Before we go out, Rafi's going to take us out with a call one last time. Good to be alive. You're champions, Cleveland. Enjoy it. Take it, Rafi.
Steph Curry con el triple falla, rebote, Spades. No, señor. Y los Cavaliers de Cleveland son campeones de la NBA. LeBron James regresa a casa y lleva a los Cavaliers al tope de la montaña.